Kurt Angle, with an interview with the Sun newspaper, he said, "I'll continue to wrestle for the TNA." And then later on, he said, "The plan is on wrestling 3 more years, then coach amateur wrestling and fight my butt off to get wrestling back in the Olympics." Now, what does he mean by this? Okay, he will wrestle for TNA, but he did not say that he would wrestle for TNA for 3 years. He might wrestle for TNA for 2 years and then go back, have a great run in WWE, have a great WrestleMania match, and then get inducted in the Hall of Fame or something. And then after 2 years, when he leaves TNA, he gets inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. And does he deserve to be in the TNA Hall of Fame? Hell yeah, he does. He's one of the greatest wrestlers ever. And not just professional wrestler, he's a great amateur wrestler too. So, if I were Dixie and if he stays for 3 more years, for 2 years I would let him be who he is right now. The guy who puts younger talent over. He has done that with guys like Samoa Joe when he came to TNA in 2006, I guess. Samoa Joe, Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, all these young guys. And then recently with Austin Aries, when he was the X Division champion, he had few matches with Kurt Angle, I guess. And then when he was the world champion, and now he's putting guys like Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe over. So I would let him do that for 2 years, and in the third year I would give him a huge push. I'd give him a title run, a TNA World title run, and where he would be like a dominant guy who just defeats everyone. And then there's this other guy, a guy who's a star, who isn't a megastar. Like right now, who's a star? I'd say probably, okay, not really, but see, I can't really think of anyone right now because I was thinking of the X Division, but since Rob Van Dam, well, he has had it. He was a star, superstar, and then everything, but I don't really say that Zema Iron is a star. Great wrestler, but he hasn't been wrestling for a long time. I'd say star or guys like James Storm, because he hasn't won the world title that many times. In fact, I guess just one time. Superstars are guys like Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Jeff Hardy, and all these guys, these top guys. Star would be like Chavo Guerrero or Hernandez or Kaz or Daniels. So, God, I'm such an idiot. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Kurt Angle puts over guys like Christopher Daniels over, and then Christopher Daniels, who deserves to be the world champion, fights against Kurt Angle in 2014-15 and wins the world title and everything. I mean, I'd do that, but it really depends on Dixie and TNA. And then when he gets retired, he gets into the Hall of Fame. Great wrestler. And again, I'd give him a title run in his last year, but for 2 years, I'd make him like just like Chris Jericho is in WWE. He puts guys like Dolph Ziggler, Damian Sandow, Cody Rhodes over, and everyone. So I mean, if he wrestles for TNA for 3 years or 2 years, that's great news for TNA. And I guess if then he wants to coach amateur wrestlers, sure, do that. I mean, for sure, do it, because that's a lot easier to train people other than doing it in the ring or on the mat on your own. So yes, I hope he wrestles for TNA for 3 years. He doesn't go back to WWE. Now there are a lot of you guys who want to see him in WWE, but I love TNA, and if he stays in TNA, then great. I'm happy.